Okay, good day everyone. So I am Francis Kim F. Malong and together with my members, we will talk about the importance of a healthy work environment. We all know na it is imperative to have a healthy work environment. A healthy working environment is a workplace where both management and employees work together to promote healthy actions and behaviors to keep everyone safe and well. The World Health Organization characterized a healthy working environment as one in which there is not only an absence of harmful conditions that can cause injury and illness, but an abundance of health promoting ones. A healthy workplace is one where employees thrive in their work projects and feel fulfilled while also staying physically and mentally healthy. They are productive and feel supported, which leads to reduced absenteeism, illness, conflict, and ultimately turnover. Okay. So there are key takeaways about having a healthy workplace or environment. First is that it is essential to boost your employees' morale, retention, and most importantly, their productivity. So having a healthy workplace will boost the employees' morale and productivity and as well as it will impact the level of their performance. And it is imperative to ensure that everything works out for the good. Second naman is opportunities to share ideas for the company's betterment. We all know that knowledge is power and giving insights and ideas will not only boost the betterment of the company, but as well as the entirety of it will be widened and it can explore and upgrade more. And it will lead to be advanced and stable company. And lastly, it is crucial to mental health and well-being. Having a healthy workplace has its impact to a person's mental health and well-being. It will help people develop themselves and will affect their performance. And if the performance will turn out good, the company will be good as well. So okay, next reporter.
Before the nurses on Ascension Hospital's first strike on June 27 to 28, 2023, they were already having contract negotiations before that, or it was already underway. In Ascension Seton Medical Center in Austin, they held a rally on November 17, 2022 to mark the start of their contract negotiations. Nurses in Ascension via Christie St. Francis Hospital in Wichita held a rally on February 13, 2023 to start the contract negotiations, while nurses in Ascension Faculty St. Joseph Hospitals held a rally on May 22, 2023 to mark the start of their contract negotiations as well. These strikes came after the Ascensions repeatedly dismissed nurses' solutions for patient safety during contract negotiations, including their proposal to enforce safe staffing and improve nurse recruitment and retention. According to Lindsay Spinney, a registered nurse in the neonatal intensive care unit who had been at the bargaining table since the start of negotiations in November 2022, that nurses are sending a message to their management with this overwhelming strike. Authorization that they were ready to do what it takes to win a strong contract that protects their patient's safety. While Monica Gonzalez said that management's behavior during negotiations had been nothing short of disrespectful to nurses and the patients they were fighting for. Gonzalez had been at the hospital for nearly 2 decades, and this is what she had to say. Nurses' proposals are driven by a strong commitment to improving care at the hospital. Our hope was that the management would be driven by the same goal, but when they take weeks, if not months, to respond to the solutions we propose based on what we experience and observe on the floor day in and day out, it tells us that they are prioritizing profits over patient care. excuse me. So, chronic short staffing imposed by Ascension Hospital management was a practice that began well before the COVID-19 pandemic to boost their profits and executive compensation. This makes it a challenge for nurses to provide the highest quality of care to their patients because it drastically limits how much time a nurse can spend on each patient. Short staffing also creates a revolving door of nursing staff who suffer moral injury and distress because they can't provide the care they know results in the best patient outcomes. The latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, which was updated back in May 15, 2023, shows that in Texas, Kansas, and across the country, there were no nurse shortage. In fact, in Texas, there are nearly 128 registered nurses with active license who are choosing not to work at the bedside, while in Kansas, a much smaller town or state by population, that number is almost 20,000. Nationwide, there are more than a million registered nurses with active licenses. So, the condition driving Austin and Wichita nurses to take unprecedented collective action at their hospital are part of a broader pattern of Ascension negligence and greed. So, what the nurses were demanding from their employers was because of the equipment issues. Because at ASMCA, there is a lack of functional IV pumps, hospital gowns, blankets, and thermometers, as well as persistent problems with hospital issued phones that nurses use during their shift for communication. The next is the most demanded of the nurses, which is the staffing issues. In Wichita at St. Francis and St. Joseph Hospital, management's unsafe floating policy means nurses are assigned to units where they do not usually work and may not have the training or expertise to care for those patients. In Austin at ESCMA, management is proposing that labor and delivery nurses with as little as 18 months of experience be assigned to charge roles, which are typically given to experienced nurses in safety staffed hospitals, as they are responsible for the smooth functioning of their units and act out as resource nurses. The final one is the patient safety. So there were two separate reports in January 2023 from Milwaukee West showing that disruptions to patient care, long wait times in the emergency departments, delayed surgeries, and staff concerns about patient safety at Ascension facilities.
Next naman po yung second strike. Base kay Nurse Fuentes ng Austin, sa pag-lockdown ng 3 days sa mga nurses para mag-provide ng excellent care ay hindi nila priority. Kasi bilang nurse, mas nare-render nila ng maayos yung care or services na kailangan ng patients nila pag hindi sila na-pressure. Sa pag-lock ng Ascension Management sa mga nurses ng 3 days, ay hindi nangangahulugan na titigil sila sa pag-demand ng favorable care para sa mga patients nila. Kasi bilang isang nurse, ang makapagpagaling at may provide ang tamang treatment sa mga patients nila ay itinuturing nilang sacred duty. So, based sa mga nurses ng Austin, willing silang bumalik sa trabaho at makipagsundo sa management para sa mas matibay na agreement. But sa second strike na ito, mas pinili ng Ascension Management na gamitin yung mga resources na meron sila kesa sa gamitin ito para sa improvement ng care na deserve ng mga patients. Up until now, hindi pa rin pinapakinggan ng mga management ang gusto ng mga nurses na improvements, kundi mas ginagawa nila ito ng paraan para ma-delay. So, sa tingin nila, pinaparusahan nila yung mga nurses pero mas sinisira nila yung reputation nila sa public.
As for the resolution between the Ascension Hospital's nurses between them and their employees, the Ascension Hospital, as far as the information that we know about the contract negotiations happening now, both sides still hasn't come to a tentative agreement. Hence, the negotiation is still underway. So that is all for our report. Thank you for listening.